Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Watch with Nordic live stream today. We got a good one here. It is a 2 p.m. matinee start between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Detroit Red Wings. Hopefully everybody's having a great day so far. It is Canadian Thanksgiving. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving to all my Canadian friends here in the chat. And for the Americans who are watching this, happy Normal Monday. Some of you may have gotten off school today for the holiday that's here in America, but regardless, happy Canadian Thanksgiving. We have a doubleheader here tonight. We start off today, obviously, with Detroit and Toronto, and then we have Vancouver and St. Louis at 7:30 p.m. tonight. So we got plenty of hockey here to stream and talk about, and it should be a very fun live stream here for sure. Going into these two teams, Toronto 1-1 through 2 games played. Detroit also 1-1 through 2 games played. And both of them have some newly players playing tonight. Easton Cowan is making his NHL debut, so he becomes one of the newest players in Watch of Nordic history to make their debut on stream. For Detroit, they have their 3 young guys who still made the team out of training camp. Emmett Finney, Michael Brandsegg-Nygaard, and Axel Sandin Pellikka are those most notable guys who made this team out of camp. 1 second. Forgot to plug in my computer before we got started here. Starting goaltender previews. Gotta plug in both of them, so it might make a noise here for a second. Of course, it's stuck under a wire. All right, starting goaltender preview here for both sides. Both have played games in Watch with Nordic streams before. Cam Talbot, only one stream he's participated in is 0-1-1. So I guess it's 2. Sorry, 2 games he's streamed in. He has 4 goals against average, which is 2 goals against average, allowing 4 in 2 games. Has a .930 save percentage through 2 games when we stream him in Detroit. So he is playing his 3rd game. And then on the other side, Anthony Stolars, who is playing in his 9th Watch with Nordic stream tonight. He has 5-2-1, a 2 goals against average, and a .905 save percentage. Also has a shutout in there as well. These teams' records when we stream them. Toronto, this is our 12th Watch with Nordic stream that we've streamed with them. They are 6-4-1 when we watch them play. As for the Red Wings, this is our 4th stream that they participated in. They are 0-2-1. So there you go. They're actually have not got a win yet. So we'll see if tonight's the win that they get. What's up, Hugh? How you doing? As we get ready here for the start tonight, we got a big slate of NHL games going on currently. Avalanche and Sabres is in the second period. The Avalanche are beating them 3-1. Nathan McKinnon with 2 goals. The Lightning and the Bruins. The Lightning are defeating the Bruins 3-1 currently. Anthony Cirelli with 2 of those goals. Predators and Senators is tied at zip apiece. And then Jets and Islanders is 2-0 Winnipeg as we get ready for the start of Maple Leafs versus Bruins. Again, we do have a stream later on tonight between the Vancouver Canucks and the St. Louis Blues, so be sure to tune into that there as well. We'll be doing, obviously, that commentary of that stream. That one should be pretty fun. Those are two teams that were battling for a playoff spot last year, and some entertaining players there for sure. As we get ready for the start of the game here, showing off players like Evan Finney and Easton Cowan, who are playing in their games tonight. Finney was a 7th-round pick in 2023, 201st overall. He is 20 years old. Easton Cowan, 28th overall in 2023. He is playing in his NHL debut at 20 years old. These two teams faced off on Thursday. Detroit came back and got the win in that one. Or, I'm sorry, it was Saturday where they faced off, and Detroit got the win in that one. Now, Toronto in their own home barn is looking to get the bounce back here in this 2-game quote-unquote series, it looks like. An Atlantic Division matchup on Canadian Thanksgiving between the Red Wings and the Maple Leafs is officially underway. Face-off one here back by Toronto. Tanev will kick it up and down low into the Red Wings' end. Sider plays it around his own net, gives it up then for Raymond, who will ship it up to Finney, who will dump it down low into the Toronto zone. McCabe now will battle for it down low. Matthews over to Tanev. He will shoot that one out of the zone. It'll slide all the way down the other way and back into the Red Wings zone for an icing. Goalies here, season stats here for you guys. You look at Cam Talbot, who is 1-0 this year, 2.18, a .889. Stolars, 1-1-0, a 3.05, and a .906 with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Stolars obviously has played 9 games in Watch with Nordic Streams, so he has plenty of experience with this. Face off on the right side, won by Detroit, shot back down low behind the net. Trying to get to it there is Sandin Pellikka, who is playing in, I believe, his 3rd NHL game. Puck gets kicked around then behind the net. Here's Tanev. Tanev battling with JT Compher on the right side. Red Wings get it at the point. Kick back down low. Detroit looks for options. A shot from the point is blocked in front. Now Nyes will get it. He'll clear it all the way down the other way. And it'll be another icing against Toronto, as we're a little bit under a minute in here to the first. Showing off Sandin Pellikka, who is obviously one of the young players on this team, as well as Simone Edvinsson, who that is one of your pairings here today in Detroit. Edvinsson, good solid defensive defenseman. Sandin Pellikka, more known for his offensive play, so it does bode well, each side's having those two players. Face-off now down low, won by the Maple Leafs. Tanev trying to backhand it up through the zone. He will hold the puck, slides it out in front to Matthews. Now McCabe will give it up the other way, and here comes Cowan. Cowan banks it off the boards. Will get it down low into the Red Wings zone before getting a line change. Now with the puck down low is Jacob Bernard Docker, who was also a new acquisition for Detroit. Puck gets tipped through center ice. It'll go back into the Toronto end. Now Carlo battling forward. He's hit from behind by Casper. A pass in front, intercepted. A save by Stolars. A really good chance there for Patrick Kane, but Stolars makes the save off of a turnover. Here's Michelli now to Nylander. Nylander gives it to Michelli, back then down behind the net. Nylander waits, looks for options, intercepted in front by Detroit. They will take it out of the zone, and it's cleared back down low by the Red Wings. Here's Morgan Rielly now behind the Toronto net. Morgan Rielly on that long-term contract that he signed. Had the game winner in the Maple Leafs home opener against Montreal. Puck is kicked up then to Domi. It'll bounce up in the air and back into the Red Wings zone. Sherratt plays it back behind his own net. Now Robertson battling for it down low. Nicholas Robertson moves it around behind the net to Benoit. At the point, shoots it, save, rebound in front is there. And Toronto can't get a shot on. Here they come the other way now. Compher one-on-one with Benoit. Compher a shot, and that one goes off of Benoit and behind the net. He still has it now. A shot from the point by, I believe that was Brant Sagnigar, goes up in the air and out of play. So you look at this here. A chance in front. Carlo turns over the puck. Casper forces a hit on them. Now Michelli has it. He throws it through the center. Big mistake. Patrick Kane comes in and get a really good chance on Stolars. He will make the save, but what could have been a pretty costly turnover for Matthias Michelli, he's bailed out there by his goalie. Face-off coming here now in the Toronto zone. It's won back by Detroit. Sandin Pellikka throws it down low behind the net. Over then down low, Rasmussen a backhand in front, and that one is stopped. Rebound is shot just wide. Now picked up down in the Toronto end. Ekman Larsson gives it up through the zone now and banked in by Nicholas Waugh, who is one of the new acquisitions for Toronto. Sandin Pellikka throws that one around. Maple Leafs kick it in. Tanev throws it through the crease. Nobody's there. It'll deflect up and out of the zone. And picked up quickly then by Dakota Joshua. Tanev to Joshua. He'll move it into the zone. Down the right side. We'll fight with Sider in the corner. Red Wings win that battle. Appleton gets the puck. Slides it up to center ice. Now McCabe will intercept and dump it down low into the Detroit end. 16:50 left to go here in the first period. It is still 0-0. Maple Leafs defense with the puck. It's kicked back then over for Cowan, who will look for options. He'll dump it into the zone. Stolen back then quickly by Detroit. Now Matthews tries dropping it back. It's intercepted. Here's Raymond now the other way. Lucas Raymond shoots it. It'll go just wide of the net and back over for Sherrod on the right side. Now Matthews picks it up. It's a 3-on-2 for Toronto. Matthews to Cowan. To Matthews in front. Save there by Talbot. A good opportunity for Matthews. A nice pass in front by Easton Cowan. With the puck now is Jacob Bernard Docker looking for the right lane here to go through. He'll regroup here alongside Albert Johansson. Pass down the right side. It'll go into the Toronto zone. Now playing it is Brantag Nygaard. Back down low for Kopp. He throws it up to the point, and the Red Wings cannot keep that one in. Johansson will just dump it down low. Red Wings get on side. They'll race for it here on the right side. It gets kicked out then by Toronto. And back into the Red Wings end. Johansson then back over for Nygaard. Intercepted. Tavares in front of shot. Saved by Talbot. A good interception there from Tavares off of a Brantag Nygaard turnover. But Talbot makes the save. Shots are 2-1 here in favor of the Maple Leafs. Just a reminder, we are doing one more stream tonight as well. We got Canucks and Blues. It's weird because, like, usually when I do these streams, we'll just go. And, like, after, we do one, we'll just go right to another. But the weird thing is I was going to do a triple header, but then this game got moved to 2 o'clock. And because they want to play the Blue Jays game on the big scoreboard there and have all the fans stay in the arena. Here's Nylander now with the puck. Looking around, throws it down low. Riley will kick it up in front. Saved there by Talbot. Yeah, I wanted to do 3, but they moved this game to 2 p.m., and I wanted to do the Red Wings. I wanted to get them out of the way, but now I have like a little bit of like a 2-hour break between streams. It's really weird. I've never had that before. It's going to be kind of interesting. Like, I don't really know. Like, I'm going to have to take a break and then come back. It's going to be strange. Never had to do that before. Micheli, a shot there, saved by Talbot. Now the Maple Leafs are getting some shots on goal. Edvidson then back to Kane. It's banked up in the air now. Racing for it quickly is Casper. Riley gets to that puck first. It's cleared out of the zone. And back then for Detroit. Intercepted in front. Nylander. He gets it now down low. Throws it in front. Micheli, a chance. Saved there by Talbot. And kicked back down to the corner. Matthias Micheli, a really good chance there. Now the Red Wings have control. It's Kane will break it into the zone. Patrick Kane drops it back, a shot. And that one goes wide from a good chance from Alex DeBrincat. DeBrincat and Kane obviously played back in Chicago many years ago. And they reunited in Detroit 2 seasons ago now at this point. It's kind of crazy how long he's been there at this point. Domi now battling for it down low. It's picked up quickly by the Maple Leafs in their own end. Nylander will drop it back for Tanev. Tanev, one of the better defensive defensemen in the league, gives it back over for McCabe, who will try banking it off the boards. Now Detroit will get it back. It's intercepted quickly by Toronto now. Stolen back then by Micheli. Really good opportunities here for the Maple Leafs, taking off of Red Wings turnovers. Battle for it here, center ice. Domi will dump it down low. In the corner here, picking it up is Bernard Docker. Throws it up and all the way down and out of the zone. Toronto now will regroup in their own end. Ekman Larson, longtime Arizona Coyote. He was with Vancouver. People seem to forget that. He was a Vancouver Canuck for a short period of time. Banked around to the right side. Ekman Larson tries clearing it down low. Now Detroit picks it up. OEL will bank it off the boards now on the right side. Detroit will try and steal it back. It's a lot of back and forth action here so far. Teams are not really getting that much control of the puck. It's flicked up in the air there by JBD. Gets back then over for Finney. For Raymond now, who will dump it down low into the zone. Larkin racing forward. Stolarz comes out of his net to play it. And picked up on the right side then, Dakota Joshua. Throws it up. Now Ekman Larson will dump it down low. Behind the net, Sandin Pellikka picks it up. ASP gives it up then for Edvinsson. Sends a pass up through the neutral zone. Here's Finney, takes it in and shoots that one just wide. Now Nygaard now battling forward in the corner. It's taken back then by the Maple Leafs. Nyes banks it in down low. Racing forward is Michelli. Banked off the right side then Matthews. To Cowan. Easton Cowan now behind his own net. Over to Matthews, who battles with Edvinsson. Austin still has control of the puck. Will drop it back then down low. Nyes trying to get to it. Morgan Riley joins the rush. Will throw it back down behind the net now. Cowan in front. Save there if that even got on net. Now Riley a chance. He'll throw it up to the point to McCabe. Back to Riley. Riley waits. Shoots it on net. That one deflects off a Red Wing. And it does stay in the zone. Cowan now behind the net. This first line's getting plenty of pressure here for Toronto. It's intercepted by the Red Wings, and they will slide that one out just enough to get a line change, and Toronto will regroup on their own end. Thank you all so much for tuning in. 12:15 left to go here in the first period. It is still 0-0. Tanev will dump it now down low into the Detroit zone. Now Casper with it will try and bank it off the boards. It's kept in, though. Michelli on the right side. Pass in front then. Tavares! And it goes wide. Here's Moritz Seider now. There's nothing wrong with the hat. It's just like, it's one of those weird snapback hats. It's a little outdated, though, too. Casper now with it. By outdated, I mean like worn out. Michelli now with it. Moves it down the right side. Gives it back up then for Nylander. And that one deflects up in the air. And it goes out of play. So we'll head to commercial break here. It is 11:41 left to go. It is 0-0. If I put it like this, like you can't, I look stupid. So. Whew. Thank you all for tuning in. Little update around the league here now. You look at Bruins and Lightning. It's now 4-2. Tampa Bay. Jordan Harris scores his first goal as a Bruin. And Pontus Holmberg picks up a goal there. Former Maple Leaf. It's still 4-2. It's 3-1 in Jets Islanders. Logan Stanley gets a goal. And then as well as that too, John Gabriel Pageau. Top-notch play-by-play calling. Thank you. Royals sucked on Friday. I don't care if it is just preseason. They're still pro. They looked okay. I feel like there's a lot to work on there. I thought they had a good second period. But you take a lot of penalties as well. You struggle to stay out of the box. I think that it will get better. I like the effort for sure. And Peter said that in his press conference. He really liked the effort. But I think it's something we'll definitely improve on for sure. But yeah, it wasn't the greatest performance, but it is preseason. So I think it'll take time. They just did get Massimo Rizzo today, which will be interesting. I like Rizzo. I'm a little shocked he's down there, but I thought we didn't like getting bullied. I wouldn't say we were bullied in that game. I mean, yeah, we had a hat-trick score against us. I mean, it wasn't the worst game I've seen from them. Oh boy, they're talking about Matthews passing Ovechkin. More goals than assists in 7 of first 9 seasons. I mean, sure. But I think that sometimes that, I mean, you're playing Adirondack, who has always been a physical team. And the Royals have players who can play that physical edge. It's just one game. I'm not really worried about it. It's preseason. Well, Frasca came right in almost afterwards and fought. So it's preseason. I'm not really worried. It's one game. They'll figure it out. McMahon will clear that one through the neutral zone. Now picked up quickly by Detroit. Kane. Battling it down low. Now Casper in the corner. Over to for DeBrincat. Throws it in front. Seider waits. Dekes around a backhand. It's blocked as it goes back into the corner. Seider banks it around to the corner. Carlo trying to get out of the Leafs' end. A little bit under halfway through the first period here. Cleared down low into the Toronto end. Battling forward here now into the corner. Morgan Riley with it. It's too much to worry about after one game that was preseason. I need to see it in a regular season for me to be more concerned. Here's Tavares in front. He shoots that one just wide. I get your concern, and it is hockey, and you need players like that, but it was one preseason game. I think I got to see them play more on the road. They start off in Trois-Rivières. I'll be watching those games. You need to see if it's a problem in the regular season, then okay, but I'm not really worried about it now. Larkin a shot, it goes wide. Now battling forward here at center ice. It'll drop back into the Detroit end. Raymond waits over to Edvinsson. Banked off the boards then by Sandin Pellikka. Matthews intercepts the puck. Now here's Nyes. 1-0. Shoots it. Save there by Talbot. What a glove save. And he keeps that one out. And we'll go to commercial break once again. Josiah Didier to a PTO. Interesting. Okay. Anything new around the league? 1-0 Ottawa, it looks like. But yeah, I really like the way that I like how Cowan is kind of cementing himself here. He's kind of standing out a little bit. Yeah, and that's why it's preseason. Like, I mean, you know, I'm not really worried about it, to be honest with you. Worried about any team. For preseason, you look at a lot of it is looking at individual performances. It's not looking at how the team played as a whole. It's looking at how players played individually. And I think if we get into, and I'm a little bit concerned about Peters, because Peters has been saying that he wants to create a fun environment and have a fun roster, but at the same time, you got to be able to discipline your players. And he wants these guys to have fun. He wants them to play well and be competitive, but at the same time, you need to be sure that you're disciplining your players and being that hard coach and making the hard decisions and not kind of being soft. I understand, like, I don't think Peters is that kind of guy. He's way different than Binkley, especially in the media, but definitely something that needs to show itself. But we'll see. Again, it's one game. I'm not really worried about it. I wish they could play more and we could talk about more because, again, Adirondack played 2. The Royals only have 1 preseason game. I wish they could have more, but it's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess, is the best way to describe it. We're talking ECHL. So I'm an ECHL reporter, and this is one of the Royals fans in here who was asking me some questions. But yes, in the NHL, it's the regular season. The ECHL has not kicked off their regular season just yet. But anyway, let's actually get back to the game at hand here and stop talking about the ECHL. I do agree, though. Maine will be a good team this year, for sure. All right, let's get ready here for the face-off. It's still 0-0. Shots are 3-2 in favor of the Maple Leafs so far. I guess they're 3-3 now with that shot on Talbot, or 4-2. What? I'm not very smart today, guys. It's too early in the morning. It's 2 p.m. Anyway, giving a standing ovation there to one of the Maple Leafs players. Face-off here now won by the Maple Leafs. Ekman-Larsson. Matthews a shot. Save again by Cam Talbot. There you go. Shots are 7-2. I'm sorry. I am very off. But yeah, I mean, again, I think that Toronto putting shots on net, creating great pressure, but face-off here now in the Detroit zone. Up at the point, a shot. Ekman-Larsson, big save by Cam Talbot once again. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. 9:34 left to go in the opening frame. It is still 0-0 so far. Face-off, one back then by the Red Wings. Detroit looking to get some more offensive zone pressure. Sider now on the right side, banking it off the boards. It's intercepted by OEL, who tries clearing it out, and it's dumped back down low. And we get another whistle. I think it might have been offsides against Detroit. There's Craig Berube, the Toronto Maple Leafs head coach, second season as the Red Wings head coach. Took them to the second round, Game 7 last year, the furthest they've gone with this Matthews-Marner core. .920 left here now. Toronto looking to get back to the playoffs and go further. Obviously, with the departure of Mitch Marner, things are definitely going to be a little bit different with the overall offense. But again, you may not need a $12 million player to assist one of the best goal scorers in the NHL. So we'll see. Here's a chance here now. Joshua intercepts. It's a 3-1 for Toronto. Here they come the other way. It's Waugh. Shoots it. And that one goes, I think, off of Talbot and into the corner. Puck goes up in the air. Waugh trying to get to it there. Now Riley at the point. Waits. Shoots it on net. And that one stopped there by Talbot as well. Down low into the corner. Red Wings battling for it now on the right side. Joshua. Emmett Finney will clear it. Gives it up then for Raymond, who will bank it off the boards. Racing for it then is Larkin with Morgan Riley. They'll battle for it down low in the corner. Puck slides to the right side. Carlo banks it off. Kept in then by the Red Wings. And finally Toronto will bank it out of the boards. Now Morgan Riley gets it back and regroups. Cleared out then in the neutral zone. Intercepted. Here's DeBrincat trying to move it in. Intercepted quickly. He could not get a clear hold on that puck. And banked off the boards then out to center ice. Johansson. Over to Bernard Docker. Gives it up then. Nylander waits. Back then over for Tavares. Intercepted. Here's Kane. Patrick Kane skates it back into the zone. Down the right side. Will bank it off the boards and down low into the corner. And that'll be a icing, I think, against Detroit. Shots are 10-2 in the opening period. 4-1 Winnipeg. Wow. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Again, we will be live later tonight for Canucks and Blues. That should be a very fun one. Faceoff cleared back down low into the Detroit zone. Here's DeBrincat now. We'll drop it back. Red Wings third pairing out there. Johansson dumps it down low. In the corner, McCabe gives it up then for Robertson. Domi. Back to Robertson, trying to break that through the neutral zone. McMahon will drop it back then to McCabe. 7.5 minutes to go here in the first. Down the right side, it's cleared into the Red Wings end. Puck in front there for Robertson, and he cannot get that one. Now down low. Sider. For Detroit in their own end. Deeks around Easton Cowan. We'll move it through center ice. We'll send a pass over then for Rasmussen, and battling for it down low in the zone. Appleton, one of the new acquisitions by Detroit at the point of shot, and a glove save by Stolars from, I think that might have been Ben Sherratt. There's James Van Riemsdyk as well. Making his season debut is a former Toronto Maple Leaf as well, remember. He was formerly with Toronto a couple of years ago. He left to go over to Philadelphia. And they're showing him off here. 1,083 games played, 665 points. Signed a one-year deal with Detroit. He's been bouncing around the league here for the last couple of years. Shots are 11-3 in favor of the Maple Leafs so far through the first period. This hat's making me mad. I spin a wheel every time to pick what hat I wear, and it gave me this one. Face-off one back down low then by Toronto. Kicked around then behind the net. Here's McCabe. Will send a pass up on the right side. Now stolen back then by Larkin. Larkin cleared down low. Edvidson will bring it back into his own zone. He'll wait with the puck. Clears it off the boards now down low. Tanev. Over to Jake McCabe. McCabe will clear it through the neutral zone now. It's Nye's trying to get to it there, and it slides back down low into the corner. Cowan with a big hit there on Finney. Two 2023 draft picks there. Nye's Brings it into the zone. Dekes around. Waits. Loses the puck in a traffic jam of Detroit players. I think he broke his stick there as well. And now the Red Wings will regroup here behind their own net. ASP. Drafted in 2023 as well. What a lot of 2023 draft picks here playing in this game. Sandine Pellikka now with the puck. It's kept in the Red Wing zone. Joshua battling for it now in the corner with ASP. He'll win the battle. Looks for options here. We'll throw it up to the point. Benoit shoots it in. That one does slip out of the zone, so it will be an offsides against Toronto. But 5:49 left to go in the first period. Still no goals scored. And we'll keep on going. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Again, if you enjoy the content and you enjoy the commentary, I would love it if you would subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. Again, happy Canadian Thanksgiving to all my Canadian friends who may be in the chat. What's up, Nuno Jose? How you doing, sir? Still in a commercial break, looking around the league. Emil Heineman scores his first goal as an Islander. It's 4-3 Tampa Bay. Third period, and Avalanche Sabres just got started. We do have 3 evening games tonight, quote-unquote evening games. Devils and Blue Jackets, Canucks and Blues, which we will be live for, and then Kings and Wild as well. So there you go. Showing off James Van Riemsdyk once again. Doing a little profile on him. Face off again here now. Jonathan Toews scored his first NHL point as well. So that's pretty nice. All right, face-off coming here now inside or outside of the Red Wing zone. It'll be Tavares versus Kasper. Marco Kasper heading into his rookie season. Riley, kick back down low and into the Detroit end. Battling forward here in the corner on the right side. Nylander trying to throw it up to the point. He'll get it up there to Riley. He shoots it. It goes up in the air and just wide of the net. Now Nyes tries throwing it in front. Down low now Tavares trying to bank it off the boards. Albert Johansson now. Also trying to get out. It's kept in, though, by Toronto. Pass in front is blocked and goes wide to the right side. Now down low in the corner. Michelli waits. Pass in front. Carlo! Saved by Talbot. He'll make the cover. And Toronto keeps their pressure here on Detroit. So a good opportunity there by Michelli. Throws a pass over then to Carlo, who feeds that one right into Talbot. But good, again, good offensive zone pressure by Toronto. You need to see that there for sure. And they're not really giving Detroit a whole lot of room. Here's Mason Appleton now on the right side. Remember, Toronto did go up in the game on Saturday, and Detroit came back and beat Toronto. Puck up to the point, then Sider a shot, deflects just wide of the net. Back then to the right side, it's Sherratt now who throws it down low. Ekman Larson clears that out of the zone, or out of his area. Rasmussen will throw a centering pass up there to nobody. Puck is cleared out by Toronto. Detroit will get some chances here to regroup. Appleton battling with Ekman Larson at the blue line. It's kicked out then to Benoit, who will dump it down the other way. Edvinsson battling now with McMahon in the corner. Nyes tries throwing it in front. It's Stolen back there quickly, and now Sandin Pellikka picks it up. He'll try and bank it off the boards, and it's back into the Maple Leafs end. Now Nyes with it, battling here. Throws it in front of Matthews, and he can't tuck that one through. It was blocked by Lucas Raymond. What an attempt. Now Appleton will clear it down low into the Toronto zone. Here's Cowan now on the right side. Back then for Matthews. Matthews trying to bank it off the boards. Here's McCabe. Up then Matthews over for Easton Cowan. Cowan now the other way to Matthews. Waits. Skates it back around now. Battles for it down low in the corner. Austin Matthews to the point. Here's Riley now with it. Back to Matthews. He holds the puck. Shot down low. It's blocked there. Now picked up then quickly by Raymond, who attempts to clear. Nyes gets it back and will throw it back around behind the net. Detroit will regain control of that puck. They'll clear it off the boards. About 3.5 minutes to go here in the first period. It's still 0-0. Back into the zone now here. Waiting with it is Bernard Docker. Back up then for Raymond, who sends a pass over then for Kopp. Andrew Kopp into the zone. Tries throwing a backhand in front. We'll move it around then behind the net. And a cross-check from behind by Morgan Riley is going to be a penalty. That happened right in front of the referee. It was on JT Comfer. And Detroit will get the first power play tonight, or this afternoon. I'm going to need to get used to that. I'm not really used to doing matinee games. And yeah, that one happened right in front of the referee. There's no really arguing that. He does get the stick on his back. Maybe you could argue, oh, Comfort fell, he's soft. But regardless, that happened right in front of the referee. You can't do that, and Detroit is going on the power play. Red Wings power play, one of the best in the league last year. It was their penalty kill that was really bad, but they'll get a chance here to maybe get the first go-ahead goal here with the Red Wings power play. Face-off coming here now on the Toronto end. It's won back by the Maple Leafs, who try and clear. It's kept in, though, by Detroit on the right side. They try and send it down low. Now Waugh gets it and clears it down the other way. Not Cowan. And the Red Wings pick it up. Sider drops it back. DeBrincat will move it through the neutral zone. Coming down the right side. Banked off the boards. Then Larkin waits. Tries to throw it up to the point. Sider shoots it on net. And that one is saved there. And the Maple Leafs will take it back the other way now offensively. Here they come. It's Waugh down the right side. We'll just clear it down low. He's running down the clock. That's what you want. Here's Larkin now. DeBrincat then waits. He's tripped. And now Nyes will take it back shorthanded. I'm not sure if he was tripped exactly. Nyes drops it back then. Matthews. Austin Matthews waits. 1:10 left to go. He'll just throw it back to Benoit, who will regroup and run down the clock. Now halfway through the Red Wings power play with 2:09 left to go. Sider. Back up then for Casper over to Comfer. Comfer over then for Brandon Sagnegaard, who will clear it down low in the zone. Toronto will get it and clear it down the other way. Less than 2 minutes left here in the first period. Sandin Pellikka waits. Drops it back. Comfer to Casper. Into the zone now. Brand Sagnegaard with it. Comfer to the point now. Pellikka to Nygaard. To Casper. Shoots it. Glove save by Anthony Stolarz. A nice stop there for sure. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It is much appreciated. David Pasternak assist. That's clutch for fantasy. Still 0-0. Detroit is on the power play for 27 more seconds. Shots are 13-3. Face off. One back by the Red Wings. Pellikka shot. And that one deflects down low to the right side. Pass up to the point. ASP waits. Casper in front to Comfer, who can't get a shot on. Puck deflects up in the air and goes out of play. And Detroit calling for the face-off still in the offensive zone. They'll be granted that wish. 11 seconds left now. And the refs are conferring here. There could be a delay of game call here, if that's what they're asking, because the puck did go over the glass and into the netting. Let's see this play again. So it's deflected up there by Benoit. Goes up. It does hit the glass. It goes It stays in play, though. And it is a delay of game penalty. Toronto gets another one. It's on Austin Matthews. I thought it was Benoit. It looked like Benoit from my angle, but now it's Matthews. So the Red Wings will get a 5-on-3 for 10 seconds and then a power play. That power play is going to carry on into the second period. Unless if they score on it, obviously. But this could be a huge break here for the Red Wings. Craig Berube doesn't look like he's a fan of that. And I'm a little bit confused, too. It didn't go out of play. The puck did hit the netting, but it came back into play. But regardless, it is a delay of game penalty there for Toronto. And yeah, Benoit's going to go to the box. I thought it was Benoit. I thought Benoit was the one that hit it. They gave it to Matthews first. So that Berube's like, no, he didn't take it. And they put Benoit back in. I figured, because I thought I saw Benoit hit it, but whatever. Face off here now in the Toronto zone. It's Larkin versus Nicholas Waugh. And the face-off is won back then by Detroit. Seider waits. Cleared back down low. Up at the point. Seider to the right side. In front, Raymond. A shot saved by Stolarz. Rebound is Kicklin. And it's still loose. It's under a Maple Leaf. The backhand. They score! Dylan Larkin. A net front battle in front of the Red Wings. Have the goal here late. It's 1-0 Detroit. So that's a good net front battle there. I actually thought that Stolarz had that for a second, but it was under Chris Tanev, just on pressure right in front of Stolarz. And then it does slide out in front. And a Larkin, very nice backhand, goes top corner. That is pretty nice. And Detroit with a power play goal. They are still on the power play, I believe. It is now 1-0 Red Wings. So a pretty nice opportunity there by Detroit. And they get the leading goal there. It is now 1-0 Red Wings here. With 1:05 left to go. And face-off coming here now at center ice. That is Dylan Larkin's third goal in a Watch with Nordic stream. Out of the Red Wings, 5 that they've scored. That's pretty cool. I'm sure nobody cares, but I like to follow the stats. Last minute of play here now in the first period. I guess the power play is over. It must have been enough time for the other one to get killed off. Here's Seider now at the point in the Maple Leaf zone. Moritz Seider with 40 seconds to go. Tries clearing it around to the right side. Down low now. Nygaard behind the net. Waits with it. Copp to the point. Seider on the right side. A shot there is above the net. 25 seconds to go here now in the first period. And banked off the boards there quickly to center ice. Toronto trying to get a last-minute goal here. 15 seconds to go. Detroit will throw it back down low. And 10 seconds left. Toronto not pressuring here that much. Comfort throws it down low for Seider. McMahon will rush for that puck. And regardless, Seider holds behind his net. And the Red Wings, with a late goal from Dylan Larkin, get on the board here just before the last minute of play. It is 1-0 Detroit. The shots are 13-4 in favor of Toronto. But the Red Wings with the only one that matters. It is 1-0 here after 20 minutes of play. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack, go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We'll be back for the start of the second period here in just a moment. So there you go. Detroit with the go-ahead goal here in the first period. So there you go. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'll edit the clip. If you have any questions or anything you want to talk about, comment them down below. That would be greatly appreciated. So Dylan Larkin with the go-ahead goal there. It is now 1-0. As well as that too, guys, new Northern Block podcast episode is out on the channel if you guys want to check that out. We talked about the McDavid, Eichel, and Connor extensions. We also talked about the Lane Hudson contract talks. But what's funny about that is that literally, like, we talked about it on Saturday night. We were going to upload it on Monday. We couldn't record on Sunday. And we were uploading it this morning. And as I was uploading it, it was announced that Lane Hudson was re-signing. It was just like, of course, you got to do that to me. So that was a little bit frustrating. But we had to upload the episode as is. It was really, it happens. You don't really have much of a choice. And of course, we talked about it too. Like, we talked about it in the episode itself. That's what makes it more frustrating. All right, a little bit of an update here around the National Hockey League. Let's take a look at Sabres and Avalanche. In the third period of that game, it's still 3-1 Colorado. Lightning and Bruins is 4-3 at the end of the second. The Nashville-Ottawa game, a goal got called back from Sanderson, and Marchessault scored then for Nashville. It is now 1-0 Predators with 5 minutes to go in the second. It is 4-2 Winnipeg against New York in the second period. And then obviously it's 1-0 Detroit after the end of 20 minutes here in this live stream. So there you go. Assist on that goal. I'm not sure if there were any, but let's go take a look. I think there might have been. So Larkin's goal was DeBrincat and Raymond get the assist there on that one. So that's pretty nice. And the Red Wings now have a 1-0 lead. There you go. What's weird about Detroit is when we've done their commentary streams, they usually lack scoring. Their leading scorer is Dylan Larkin in our streaming history. He has 3 points, 3 of those being goals. And the rest of the guys have been struggling to kind of really put up points when we stream them. So hopefully that changes here throughout this season. I do plan on doing some more Red Wing streams for sure. Detroit obviously was one of those teams we didn't do that often last year. So it'd be nice to get them back into the fold as well. And now they'll interview Dylan Larkin here. Updating the score sheet here. So power play goal from Larkin, and it was on a backhanded play. It was a pretty nice goal. I recommend whoever's watching the commentary, if you want to go look at it, I would recommend it. It's a pretty nice backhand shot. Now I got to edit the clip. Hey, Steve Dangle's at the game. That's cool. That's cool. See if the Red Wings uploaded the clip of the goal so I can get a commentary clip out there. They did, yes. So shots are 13-4. Face-off percentages, Toronto has won 60% of the face-offs. Hits are 10-7 in favor of the Leafs. Blocked shots are 6-4 in favor of Detroit. Giveaways are actually in favor of Toronto, 10. And then takeaways is 4-3 in favor of Detroit. These two teams will play each other 2 more times after today. They already obviously played. They played on Saturday, and Detroit got that win 6-3. They will play on December 28th and January 21st as well. So, nice little note there about these two teams for sure. In terms of the streaming schedule for this week, I plan, and I haven't looked at the schedule yet, and I'm going to pull it up here just now. In terms of the streaming schedule, it looks like we're going to have 2 games on Thursday. That's a definite. I'm still deciding whether or not I want to do a stream on Wednesday, because Wednesday is the Nordcast recording day, as well as that too. I will be somewhere else as well. It could be a 9:30 game between either Chicago and St. Louis or Flames and Mammoth. It's going to depend. We're going to have to see there. But I will let you guys know what the decision will be for whichever game we stream. But regardless, we will be streaming at least 1 to 2 more streams this week. I work on Friday, so there will be no streams on Friday, no streams on Saturday, and then no streams on Sunday either. We'll be back on Monday of next week. So expect streams on Thursday for sure. After that, we may not see one till Monday, but regardless, we still got plenty of streams coming out here. Way more than we did last year. Last year, I think we did like 5 in October. Now we're going to get to like 10 before this week's even over. So, yeah, very optimistic about that for sure. All right. Editing the clip. Have the goal here late. It's 1-0 Detroit. So that's a good net front battle there. I actually thought that Stolarz had that for a second, but it was under Chris Tanev. Okay, that's the clip done. So we actually have, and I looked at my schedule wrong, we have 5 games tonight. I said there was 3 for some reason, but no, there's 5. You have Flyers and Panthers. That's Philadelphia's home opener tonight. So there's that. Blues and Canucks as well as tonight. We'll be streaming that. Blue Jackets and Devils is also tonight as well. And then Kings and Wild at 8, and then Blackhawks and Mammoth at 8:30. So we've already streamed a good batch of teams. I'm trying to get to all 32 teams streamed this year. So that's why you might see a couple of ones where like, oh, we're doing, Detroit and Toronto. We've already streamed Toronto, but we want to get the Detroit one out of the way. So there'll be plenty of ones like that. We've already streamed just a little bit over half the league already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, so we've streamed 20 of the 32 teams already after tonight, by the way. So 20 of 32 teams after tonight. So I will say this too, there's actually 4 players tonight looking for their first NHL goals still. You have guys like Emmett Finney, 7th round pick. You also have Michael Brandt-Nygaard, 2024 first round pick. You have Axel Sandin-Pellikka, 2023 first round pick. And then Easton Cowan on Toronto's end. They are all looking for their first NHL goals here still. Cowan's obviously in his NHL debut. So there's that as well. But overall, again, You see that, and you see these players. You see these young guys coming in. It makes for some fun stat talk and all that. And it does make things pretty entertaining there for sure. All right, should be back for the start of the second period here in about 4.5 minutes. Looking at around the league, looks like nothing has changed in terms of scores. But there you go. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If there's anything you want to ask me, hockey related, non-hockey related, Blue Jays play the Mariners today. I think the Blue Jays will bounce back. I do believe the Dodgers play the Brewers. I wanna see the Brewers win, obviously, because I am a Phillies fan. But all right, I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick. I will return in just a moment, but thank you all so much for tuning in. The second period will be starting up momentarily. All right, I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. Let's get ready for the start of the second period here in just a moment. First period recap, goals from Dylan Larkin, and that's about it. There were 2 power plays. Both came for Detroit. Who wins? Need Insight got rinsed this weekend in college ball. Ugh. I think Toronto's going to come back. Trust. I think Toronto's coming back here. Trust me. But I don't know. I gave somebody a certain pick, and I said I'm probably going to be wrong, and they picked the other team, and I was wrong. So, Star Wars Night. I love Star Wars Night. That was you? Okay, yeah, I figured. I thought I recognized the profile pic, so I thought it was you. So maybe pick the other team then. All right. Get ready for the start of the second period here in just a moment. Shots are 13-4 through that first period. Toronto definitely really took control of this. But Detroit in the last minute got that backhand goal from Dylan Larkin, his third in a watch with Nordic Stream. And it is now 1-0 Detroit here heading into the middle frame. All right, still, they're doing their FanDuel Sportsbook advertisements here, of course. And we'll go to one more commercial break. Sorry, guys, I must suck. I thought we were getting started here. I guess not. So, new Nordcast on Thursday. Again, the new Watch of Nordic Streams will also come out on Thursday, too. Nashville and Ottawa score. It is 1-0 Nashville at the end of 2. Go Leafs, go. Love that. In the Forest, bad service. Yeah, I'll tell you the score of every game. 3-1 Colorado in Sabres Avalanche. 4-3 Tampa in Lightning Bruins. I was going to stream that today, but then I realized I can't access it because it's on NHL Network. Predators and Senators is 1-0 Preds, and then Jets and Islanders is 4-2 Jets. All right. Yes, sir. All right, let's get started here. Come on. Come on, fellas. Let's go. All right. Here we go. Second period is about to get underway here. Again, first period recap. Goals from Dylan Larkin, and that is it. As Toronto's looking for the game time goal. Detroit looking to keep on going here. As we get ready to start the second period here. Showing off Emmett Finney, who picked up his first NHL point on Saturday. Looking to get his first NHL goal today. Face-off coming here now, and we are underway for the second period of Maple Leafs Red Wings. It's won back then by Detroit. They will dump it down low into the Toronto end. Matthews plays it back. McCabe sends it up then for Cowan. Cowan waits, moves it into the zone. A pass over then for Nyes. A shot saved by Talbot. And that was a pretty easy save there. Here's Sherratt now. Will dump it all the way down the other way. Now McCabe will move it back now behind the net. Plug my laptop. Jake McCabe now moving it through the zone. Trying to battle here. Detroit attempting to keep it in, but Toronto will get it out. And now here comes Cowan. Easton Cowan with some room. A chance, a shot. And that one, I think, went off of Sherratt. Banked around then down low behind the net. Now Larkin with it. Dylan Larkin will bank it off the boards now. It clears all the way down to the Maple Leafs end. It'll be no icing, though. Riley behind the Toronto net. Banks it off the boards now. Rushing the other way, Michelli. Banks it over then for Tavares, who will clear it into the Detroit zone. Around then behind the net. Tavares waits, looks for options. Nylander now battling for it down low with Kopp. Michelli throws it up to the point. Carlo waits, shoots it. Glove save by Talbot. Shots are actually now 14-6 in favor of the Maple Leafs. Detroit gets some shots there. I think they accounted some of the shots that were in the first period and added them here to the second. That's sometimes what happens. Easton Cowan had 96 points last year with the London Knights. He was a little ways away from the career all-time OHL playoff points as well, Memorial Cup champion. Patrick Kane now moves it through center ice. Will clear it down low into the Toronto zone. Battling now here in the corner. Riley fighting alongside 3 Red Wings. Michelli throws it up in front then to Tavares. John Tavares will slide it up then to Nylander. Cleared down low now into the corner. Nylander battling with Axel Sandin Pellikka. Patrick Kane will steal that puck then for Detroit. It's a 3-on-4 the other way. DeBrincat shoots it, and a save by Stolarz. With 18:11 left to go here in the middle frame, as Detroit begins to start coming back here in shots, it appears. $18-11 left to go here in the second period. It is still 1-0 Detroit. Johansson back behind the net then on the right side, battling down low. Albert Johansson waits, feeds it up to the point. A shot, and that one is denied there by Stolarz once again. I apologize, that was James Van Riemsdyk, not Johansson. 21-20, I don't know why that correlated in my head. Oh, JVR's Johansson, whatever. I apologize for that. 17:58 left to go. Face-off is won back then by the Maple Leafs. McMahon sends it around then for Benoit. Racing for it is Nance Nygaard up to the point then for Johansson. Moves in, shoots it, and it deflects just wide. Down low in the corner, Johansson can't stay afloat. He nearly paid for that as Robertson came in and nearly stole that puck, but he got back up in time. Van Riemsdyk now clears it into the corner. Now Robertson battling for it. Nick Robertson sends it up to the point. Johansson trying to keep it in the zone. He'll do so successfully. Puck goes up in the air. Now on the right side, JVR. Over then. Appleton. Pass in front. Deflected. Rebound goes just wide. A big chance there for Brandsteg Nygaard, who nearly got his first NHL goal. Down low now, Benoit battling forward here with, I believe that is Rasmussen. Back then to the right side, trying to clear it out of the zone. McMahon battling forward. It'll go up and out. And an icing there against the Maple Leafs. So some really good chances here for Detroit. They start the pressure here in the second period. A really good chance. It was actually Bernard Docker. I could see like the name on the back. I thought it might have been Brandsteg Nygaard, but nope, it was Jacob Bernard Docker. Face-off now, one back then by Detroit. Nygaard a shot, and I'm for sure know it's Nygaard now, was denied. It goes all the way down the other way. Another icing against Toronto. I gotta get my phone charger. Somehow my phone is about to die already today. Face-off coming here now in the Toronto zone. It's one back then, down low to the corner. Benoit battling forward alongside Nygaard. Thrown up to the point. Red Wings have it. They'll bank it off the boards. It's kicked back the other way then by Stolarz. Here's Comfer. Waits. Will throw it behind the net now. Ekman Larson trying to get to it. Domi battling forward as well. Robertson on the right side. It's cleared all the way out then by Toronto. It'll be another icing once again against the Maple Leafs. Shots are now 14-9. 16:25 left to go now in the second. They're showing off Jacob Bernard Docker, who's looked very noticeable tonight. Face-off coming up here now. It's one back then by the Red Wings. Raymond on the right side. ASP sends a pass to Edvinsson. He can't complete it. It'll go down low then for Larkin. Larkin trying to bank it off the boards now on the right side. It's cleared out by Detroit. Here comes Toronto. McMahon now trying to get it down low in the corner. Bobby McMahon fighting alongside ASP. McMahon will win the battle. Clears it around then back behind the net. Nyes will race for it. And Tanev clears it down low. It's intercepted there. Here's Finney with it. Sends a pass up then for Larkin. Larkin banks it down low into the zone. Matthews fighting alongside Raymond. Tanev joins in there as well. Puck breaks free then over for Matthew Nyes, who will take it out of the zone. Back then Tanev. He'll dump that one down low. Moritz Seider now kicks it around. Up then for Sherratt. Ben Sherratt down the right side. Backhands it down low. Now Stolarz is trying to get to it there. It's kicked off then and over for Nyes. Nice. Sends a pass up. Puck deflects up in the air. Sherratt will clear it all the way down the other way. Cowan holds the puck. Back for Morgan Riley. Will throw it all the way up then for Matthews. The pass cannot be complete. And now Johansson moves the puck through the neutral zone. Gives it back then for Kasper. Marco Kasper moves it into the zone. It's intercepted there quickly. Here's Waugh with it. Hit off the puck there and now stolen back then by Detroit. Johansson banks it off the boards then. Kasper will backhand it down low. A lot of back and forth action here. Detroit has pressured here for a good chunk of this second period. They've gotten good opportunities on Stolars, and they've kind of hemmed the Leafs in their own zone. Edvinsson feeds a pass out of his own end. Now DeBrincat sends Kane. Patrick Kane with some room. Pass in front for Kasper. He can't complete it. Now on the right side, Joshua battling forward here with Kane as well. Benoit couldn't complete the pass. That slides now behind the net. Now DeBrincat with it. Over then for Calle Yarncrook. Yarncrook. Dumped into the zone then by Ekman Larsson. Edvinsson on the right side. Gives it up then now. Rasmussen moves it down the right side. Rasmussen shoots it. It goes up in the air and out of play. With exactly 14 minutes left to go in the second period. Shots are 15-9 in favor of Toronto, but Detroit with the only shot that matters so far. At least. Showing off the Waugh hit there on Sandin Pellikka. Welcome to the NHL, kid. Face-off coming here now inside of the Detroit end. Face-off, one back then by the Red Wings. Sherratt on the right side. Cleared back then down low. Into the corner, Tanev banks it around the right side. It's cleared up then to the neutral zone. Detroit picks it up. They'll bank it down low behind the net. Stolars then. Over for Michele. Matthias Michele trying to get the puck there. It's stolen back then by Detroit. And cleared back into the Red Wings end. Sider. Over then, drop back for Appleton. To Sherratt now trying to move it the other way. Ben Sherratt will dump it down low. Stolars waits. Over to McCabe. Battling forward here now. Tavares. Puck goes up in the air. Racing for it then is, I think that's Yarncrook. Now Appleton gets it. Intercepted. And Yarncrook will get that one down low for Detroit. But the Red Wings get it back. Shots are 15-10. About 13 minutes left to go here in the second period. The Red Wings still have the only goal that matters. 2-on-3 the other way. Kopp trying to move it into the zone. He'll get it in there. Now deking around is Larkin, who can't get anything on that. Or, I'm sorry, Comfer. I saw the 7 and thought it was Larkin for some reason. Morgan Riley dumps that one down low. Detroit will get a chance to regroup. You've seen Edvinsson and Pellikka here out a lot. I think that's going to be a thing they have rolling moving forward. That's a very good second pairing there for the Red Wings if they can keep that. Here's Robertson now back for McMahon. McMahon skates in, got some room. A chance in front. Save there by Talbot on Benoit. If that even got on him. Kicked around into the right side. Now Robertson banks it off the boards. Down low then Tanev. It'll go into the Red Wings end, but it's kicked out immediately. And Toronto trying to move it the other way. Banked off the boards now then by Robertson. It'll go down low to the corner. Alex DeBrincat moves the puck. Waits. Dumps that one down low. Chris Tanev now in the corner. It'll go up and out of the zone. Cowan battling forward here now with Sider. 253s battling it out. On the right side, picked up by Matthews. A shot. Save. Rebound in front is kicked away. And then back over for Kasper, who will send it up for Raymond. Kasper gets right back to it. He'll dump it down low. Raymond rushing forward. It goes over Stolars' stick. And now Raymond with it in the corner. He's hit by Tanev. Kept in, though, by Detroit. Finney intercepted by the Leafs. And Nyes gets it back to Cowan. And he'll dump it down low. 11:15 left to go. Talbot comes out of his no net to play it. Finney on the right side, battling alongside Matthews. And Nyes as well. Matthews waits, shoots it. And that one goes back into the corner. Remember, Finney is a 7th-round draft pick. The fact that this kid is playing NHL games now is crazy. We got a whistle here as Talbot's helmet was broke. And we might go to commercial here off of that. We'll see. 10:56 left to go here in the second period. It is still 1-0 Red Wings. And yes, we will. Big news today in the NHL. Lane Hutson signed an 8-year, $8.85 million extension with the Montreal Canadiens. I got to be honest with you, that is absolute highway robbery. The fact that they were able to get that deal done for that amount of money is actually insane. And the people who were involved in that deal, like Lane Hutson's agent, should be prosecuted. I'm just going to be honest with you. But no, it's a really good deal there for Montreal. It sets up their cap situation to be almost perfect. You would think Demidov in his prime is going to want around, like, I would say 11, maybe 12. So we'll see what happens there, obviously. But then again, like, it's still a really good contract for the Canadiens getting that locked up. And I think a lot of it, like everybody's been saying, how is he taking 8.85? Well, a lot of that money is salary bonus. So there's some bonuses there. So Lucas Raymond to the Red Wings dressing room. Took a big hit to the boards. And he looked shook up afterwards. Interesting. So expect for a news of the week video soon. I'm thinking either tomorrow or Wednesday. It depends on what happens tomorrow with news, but I've already started writing up the notes for it. We've covered almost one page. There's a bunch we want to talk about. Well, actually, no, there's not really any more because I was going to talk a ton about Lane Hutson, but now with that, I don't really have a lot of news to discuss. I have a bunch of news dating back to like last week. And I was going to have Hutson be the big part of it, but now that he's obviously signed, I can't really talk about it. Toronto in the Red Wing zone. Carlo will dump that one off the boards now in the corner. It goes back then for Edvinsson, up then for Kopp. Andrew Kopp will send a pass up to the neutral zone now. Axel Sandin Pellikka banks it down low. Brangseg Nygaard trying to clear that one around. On the right side then down low is Comfort. Tried to throw it in front. Nygaard battling forward. It slides out then for Nylander. Over to Morgan Rielly, who takes it the other way. Rielly clears it down low for ASP, who will send it around then to the right side. Now Edvinsson with it. Shots are 17-10 in favor of Toronto. Banked off the boards then quickly by Kopp. On the right side now, Michelli battles forward in the corner. Ekman Larsson then to Benoit. Benoit down low. Feeds a pass up in front for Tavares, who tried to send him on a 1-on-0, but it did not connect. And that puck goes up in the air and out of play in the Detroit zone. Still 9:55 left to go in the middle frame. We'll go to commercial break. Once again, it is 1-0 Red Wings. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe down below. It'd be greatly appreciated. We got another stream later tonight between the Canucks and the Blues at 7:30. As well as that, too, if you guys could follow the Watch with Nordic Instagram, that'd be greatly appreciated. You can find the streaming schedule, commentaries, clips, and a bunch of other stuff there as well. I just got an email from my college, of course. And they're still not doing that for me. Cool. Okay, looking at the scores around the league. Buffalo and Colorado wrapped up. The Avalanche took the 3-1 win. In the other games that are going on, Bruins and Lightning is still 4-3 with 8:50 left to go in the third. Senators and Predators is 1-0 Preds in the third period. And then Jets and Islanders is beginning to wind down. 6:32 left. It's 4-2 Jets. So the matinee games are almost done for the day. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Still in the second period here. Just came out of commercial. Showing off the hit there on Lucas Raymond. He looks shaken up after taking a hit in the boards. And he is heading to the locker room. I'm still looking for an update here. Pierre LeBrun tweeted on it. We'll see if there's anything else that follows. But regardless, a big hit there from Tanev on him. And that could be fatal. That could be bad for Detroit for sure. Face-off coming here now outside of the Red Wings zone. It's won back then by Toronto. Tanev on the right side. Cleared in down low by McCabe. It'll go down into the corner. Now Talbot banks it around the board. Sherratt waits. Tries to feed it up through the neutral zone. Intercepted there in front. Now Nyes trying to pick it up. Michelli down low. Nylander with it. William Nylander waits. Intercepted there by Moritz Seider, who will take it the other way. Gives a pass to DeBrincat, who will clear it into the Toronto zone. Now battling forward in the corner. Tanev will kick that puck up, and it slides down the other way and banks off a Red Wing and back into the Detroit zone. Seider trying to race alongside Tavares. It's turned over. Now Michelli with some room. Moves in. Pass in front. Nobody is there to shoot that one into the net. Back on the right side now. Red Wings pick it up. DeBrincat banks it off the boards and all the way down the other way. Now Morgan Rielly picks it up for Toronto. Rielly moves it through the zone. Waits. Gives it back then for Waugh. Nicholas Waugh turns it around then down low. Tries throwing it in front. It's intercepted there quickly. The Red Wings will attempt to clear. It's kept in though by Toronto. Pass in front now. Morgan Rielly with some room. A shot. And it goes wide. Here's Finney now trying to move it the other way. It's intercepted there quickly by Toronto, who will dump it back down and into the Detroit end. Seider holds it behind the Red Wings net for a couple of seconds. Passes it over then for Finney. It's turned over. Matthews, 3-on-2. Moves in front. Save by Talbot. Rebound by OEL is saved there as well. And cleared down the other way. Red Wings have not had a shot here in the last couple of minutes. And an icing now against Detroit. With 8:02 left to go in the middle frame. Has Raymond returned? I have not gotten anything that says he has. But we'll see. Face off here in the Detroit end. Up at the point now. Tanev waits on the right side. Intercepted. Domi with the puck. As Detroit tries to clear it. Now Brand Sagnigar now down low. Robertson. Detroit's lines are all meshed up. Finney's on the third line now. Puck goes up in the air. Kept in though by Toronto. McMahon down low. Waits to Domi. In the corner to the point. Tanev a shot. What a block there by Finney. Here's McCabe to Robertson. Nick Robertson keeps it in the zone. Now around behind the net. Battling forward here. Edvidson will pick it up. Cleared down low. Seider gets it. It goes up in the air and down into the Toronto zone. My screen was frozen there. Hopefully it wasn't frozen on your screen. Maple Leafs pressuring it here. It goes back into the Red Wings end. They'll regroup with the puck. Sent the other way then. Here's Edvidson a chance and a backhand goes wide. A really nice breakaway opportunity there for Rasmussen, not Edvidson. I saw the sevens and I was like, oh, wait a second. It was Rasmussen. My apologies. Down low to the right side now. Nyes back then for Matthews. Austin Matthews a backhand as it goes around there and just wide of the net with 6:40 left to go here in the middle frame. Matthews shoots it. Saved by Talbot once again. And he'll cover that one up. So 6.5 minutes to go here. Goalies with shutouts. In Watch with Nordic history for Toronto, Anthony Stolarz has one here. I might have just jinxed it. I shouldn't have said that. I don't know why I said that. So I wanted to cover Anthony Stolarz, who has looked good in this game here for Toronto. Hasn't faced a lot of shots, but he has allowed the only one. Has one of the very few shutouts in Watch of Nordic history. Cam Talbot has none, if you're asking. DeBrincat now trying to clear it out of the zone. On the right side, it's kicked out then by Bernard Docker. Picked up then by Patrick Kane. Kane with some room. Skates around, looks for options, waits. He's knocked down. Red Wings want a penalty. They won't get one. Or they will. Never mind. Delayed penalty for Toronto. And Detroit will head to the power play. But first, they will go on a delayed penalty call and pull their goalie. Casper will drop it back then for Sherrod. Sends it up then for Kane. Kane over then and intercepted. Ekman-Larsson gets the puck. And he'll blow the whistle there. But regardless, Detroit will head to the power play here with 6:03 left to go in the second period. And thank God, because Toronto has been pressuring heavily through this second period. And Detroit has not gotten a lot of offensive opportunities. Now they should get some here. It's going to be Simone Benoit who heads to the box. 6:03 left to go. Detroit is 1 for 2 tonight with 4 shots on goal. It was a Patrick Kane penalty for tripping, I believe. If I could see the call again, I think it was tripping. Red Wings will talk it out here. They do have a power play goal already. It was from Dylan Larkin. And the only goal so far in this game tonight. And faceoff will come here now in the Toronto zone. Comfort takes the draw here against Wah. And it's won back then by Toronto. Cleared all the way down immediately by the Maple Leafs. And Moritz Seider will take that puck behind his own net. Mo Seider with the puck will move it down the other way. Looking for options then. Gives it up for Kane. Patrick Kane moves it into the zone. Looks for options. Drops it back to Seider. On the right side, Comfer waits. Will look for options now. Up at the point, Larkin to Seider. Back to Larkin. Larkin moves in. Pass in front. It's in the crease. Toronto gets it. They'll clear the other way. With 5:20 left to go here in the middle frame. Now Moritz Seider gets it back for Detroit. He'll drop it. Over then to Kane. Kane to Larkin. Intercepted there by the Leafs. They'll come short-handed the other way. It's Matthews. Austin Matthews waits. Shoots it. And a save there by Talbot. And we got Larkin down after he is hurt. But it's a delayed penalty against Detroit? Really? Okay then. Delayed penalty here against the Red Wings. And Toronto will pull their net here. I got to see the play. But Larkin was the one that was down on the ice. Here's Matthews now moving it the other way. Delayed penalty here. Matthews waits. Intercepted there, and the whistle will blow. And we'll get a 4-on-4 here for a little bit, followed by a Toronto power play. It's going to be against Dylan Larkin. I didn't see the call. So let's take a look at this here. It looks like it's going to be for interference. What? Larkin got enough of Nyes to make that call. Larkin, apparently his neck, he was holding his neck around his, around here, saying that he was visibly hurt. But I guess he had more interference on Nyes, and that being said, it'll be a 4-on-4. Here's Kopp. Back then for Edvinsson. Edvinsson then up for Rasmussen. We'll move it into the Toronto zone. Detroit had no shots on that power play. Here now in the corner, Tanev battling forward with Rasmussen. He'll throw it up to the point, waiting. And Detroit cannot keep that puck in. We'll get a line change here. 10 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Domi moves it through the zone now to Tanev. Chris Tanev breaks it in. We'll clear it down low into the corner. Now Toronto gets on the power play. Tanev at the point to Domi. Max Domi waits to Morgan Riley. Shots are 22-10 still. Domi will look for options. Riley to Domi to Matthews. A shot, and that one goes wide. Cleared back down low into the corner. Battling forward is Edvinsson alongside Comfer and Domi. Nylander feeds it up to the point on the right side. Toronto's got it. Riley to Nylander. To Riley! It's blocked. A big block there by Axel Sandin Pellikka. The puck moves down the other way. Riley will drop it back for Nylander. 35 seconds to go here on the Maple Leafs power play. Matthews battling forward here as well. Now Casper in front. Tavares with some room. Shoots it. And that one goes wide. Matthews looks for options. Awaits. Battling alongside Larkin. It's kept in, though, by the Maple Leafs. Now, Edvinsson trying to get that puck. It's stolen then quickly and cleared down the other way by Detroit. It's still 1-0 Red Wings. 5 seconds to go here on the Maple Leafs power play. Cleared down low to the corner. Now Johansson. Back over then for DeBrincat. On the right side. Down low in the corner. McMahon trying to pick it up. We get a whistle here as the power play comes to a close, and I think it's going to be a hand pass. Oh, no, it's a penalty. What am I doing? It's a penalty. It's Toronto. Too many men. The Maple Leafs get a penalty for too many men with 2:29 left to go. They will go to the power play. Well, looks like there were brown bags spotted in Buffalo. I fear it'll never change. Looking at some of these scores around the league, Lightning and Bruins is 3:09 left in the third. The Lightning lead that one 4-3. The Predators are beating the Senators still 1-0. And then Jets and Islanders just wrapped up. It's 5-2 Jets final. So that's pretty cool there. Do I see Detroit making the playoffs this year? I don't have them in the playoffs, but I could see them making it. There's a difference between not having them in it and you could see them making it. And I can see them making it, but I don't have them in it, unfortunately. So, I did just want to say that. So, power play coming here for Detroit. Toronto had too many men on the ice. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, no, there's 6 players on the ice, and yeah, the ref should have seen that and be like, yep, that's pretty clear that that's a too many men call for sure. And Toronto, not the greatest thing you want to see there. So Detroit power play here coming up. Face-off will be inside of the Toronto zone. Both teams are 1-1-0. And the Red Wings get another power play here. Face-off, won by Detroit. Seider on the right side at the point. Mo Seider waits. Over to Comfer. Seider then down low. Kane looks for options. Tries to throw it in front now behind the net. Back over then for DeBrincat. DeBrincat to Larkin. To DeBrincat. 2:12 left to go. Pass in front. Intercepted. Toronto gets it back. They'll get it the other way. It's a 2-on-1 shorthanded. It's Waugh with McCabe. Back. A shot. Saved by Talbot. Rebound in front is loose. And stolen back then by the Red Wings. Calle Yarncrook came in as the third player on that and got a shot on. Here's Larkin now with it. Moves it through center ice. A pass over then in the neutral zone. Now Benoit will steal that one in the corner. Back over then for the Red Wings. DeBrincat waits. Back behind the net now, Comfer. Over then for Emmett Finney. On the right side, fed up to the point then by Sider. To Kane. It wasn't Finney, it was Kane, I'm sorry. DeBrincat now with it. Waits. To Sider, a shot blocked. And Toronto will pick it up and bank it off the boards the other way. Racing for it, though, is Nyes. With DeBrincat. DeBrincat will win the battle, but Nyes is right there behind him. And Larkin picks that one up. They'll move it the other way. It's a 4-on-3 the other way. Dumped in down low then by James Van Riemsdyk. Toronto gets it. They will clear it around the right side and down the other way. In the corner now. Talbot to Kopp. Last minute of play here now in the middle frame. 20 seconds to go here on the Red Wings power play. Kasper moved back down low behind the net. Trying to get to it there down low is, I believe, Tanev, and Toronto will bank that one off the boards and clear it the other way then as well. Detroit, only 10 shots on goal. They have not had a shot on goal in at least 10 minutes here in this game. We're back to even strength. Good kill there by Toronto. Now McMahon moves it into the zone. A shot saved there. Rebound in front by Domi is denied. Picked up at the point then Riley. Morgan Riley waits. Shot in front there. Deflected down low into the corner. It'll go down. And in front, Tavares a chance. And that one's saved there as well. Now Rasmussen banks it off the boards. It's kept in, though, by the Red Wings. They'll get it down the zone the other way. Dumped in then by Rasmussen. 3, 2, and 1. And that'll do it for the middle frame. No goals in that second period. The goalies both played very well. There was some power plays in there, but nothing that crazy. It's still 1-0 Detroit off of that first period Dylan Larkin goal. And that being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We'll be back for the start of the third period momentarily. The Red Wings are still without Lucas Raymond here in this second period. I've not gotten anything on Twitter saying that he will not return. He could be back to start the third, but they missed him since about 15 minutes in. Oh, no. What is this?
I feel bad. If I'm being honest, I feel bad for our fans.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. It is much appreciated. Updates on the scores around the league. Lightning are about to beat the Bruins. It's 4-3 with 23 seconds left. Predators and Senators is still 1-0 Preds. Buffalo Sabres through their first 3 games. 0-3, 2 goals scored, 10 goals allowed. Oh my goodness. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I was just tweeting about the Buffalo Sabres. As we move through this second intermission. Both goalies are playing very well. I know Anthony Stolarz has only faced 10 shots. Talbot with a one save percentage. Stolarz with a .900 though, regardless. So both look solid here so far. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, I will remind you guys we are doing a stream at 7:30 p.m. tonight between the Vancouver Canucks and the St. Louis Blues. So we do have multiple streams tonight. We just have a little bit of a break between the one and the other. I would have wanted to do a triple header. I could have been doing Senators and Predators and then do Red Wings, Maple Leafs, and then Canucks, Blues. Or I was actually going to do like Flyers, Panthers, but now that I have a little bit of a break in between, I was going to pick a different game. We'll probably do the Flyers on Thursday if there's any Flyers fans who are wondering. Sens had their goal waved off for goalie. Oh my God, that is terrible. Oh my God, this might be the worst goalie interference call I've ever seen in my life. Oh my gosh. This is absolutely awful. This might be the worst call ever. What's happening? Maple Leafs can still win. Yes, it's tied 1-1, or it's 1-0 Detroit. I'm talking about another goalie interference call in Senators Predators that is just absolutely terrible. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. We'll get ready for the third period soon. What's the time left? We are in the second intermission, so we got another period left to go. But Toronto is like heavily giving it to Detroit here. So final score in Lightning Bruins. It's 4-3 Tampa Bay. So there you go. Raymond will remain out. Where'd you see that at? But it's looking like that'll probably be it. He probably will not return to the game. Someone asked. Oh, okay, okay. I haven't seen anything saying that they were out. Hope not. Just bet 200 on the Maples. Oh boy. Good luck. All right, still an intermission, guys. Get ready for the third period. So Dylan Larkin with the goal there in the last minute of the first period. That's been the only goal so far. Ryan O'Reilly just scored to make it 2-0 Nashville. So it looks like the Predators are going to beat the Senators. Hard to tell from the replay. He hit his shoulder on the board. Hopefully just a bruise. Yeah, he could have just gotten, like, his bell rung and just a bruise, but it could be something else. We'll see. Okay. Update my... Oh. Update my games watched. Still in commercial break, folks. Thank you all for staying with me, though. I greatly appreciate it. All right. All right, after 2 periods of play, 24-10 are the shots in favor of Toronto. Attempts are 42-28. High danger chances are 8-6 in favor of Toronto. Rush chances 9-1. The face-off percentage is actually in favor of the Red Wings now, 51% to 49%. We got about 5 minutes left here until the start of the third period. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in. It is very, very appreciated. As they talk here during the second intermission. Predators are about to beat the Senators. It is 2-0 Nashville with 2:45 left to go in the third.
It's a road game that you've been dealt. You're playing against a team that's firing on all cylinders, playing very assertive, putting a lot of pressure on you, and you just basically circle the wagons, as the expression goes. You hang tough, you try not to give them good scoring chances, and of course you hope your goaltender stands up. And that's exactly how this game has played out the first 40 minutes. Now, it's not something that you want to play 60 minutes with. It's something that they need to kind of change the course. An insurance goal will make a huge difference, but I think it's just a case of carrying the play to Toronto. Start creating offense.
Yeah, a reminder the Red Wings have been without Lucas Raymond for the last half period. We'll get you an update on him as soon as we can. But Dylan Larkin, the hero right now, putting the Red Wings up 1-0. We'll be right back.
Okay. Still moving through the intermission report. This has been the longest intermission ever. We'll get ready for the start of the third period here in just a moment.
So if you're McDone with tiny overpriced burgers, just come to Chili's. This chili free for me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Great news from Jeremy himself. It's another AI sales pitcher. Yeah, he's following up some unique strategy.
So I can tell the boys that the company is more productive.
Oh, no. I wish. But you can tell that Jeremy himself is following up on these 23% faster. Oh, Jeremy.
Any business can use AI. IBM helps you use AI to change how you do business. Let's create smarter business. IBM.
All right, keeping an eye out here on Raymond. Uh-oh. So we got an update. The Red Wings just tweeted out saying that Raymond, upper body injury, will not return to the game. So Raymond is not returning. Just got the update here from the Red Wings Twitter. And that's very troubling there for Detroit for sure. Okay, so we'll get ready for face-off here in just a moment. Okay. Still in commercial break. Still in commercial break. Let me exit out and go back in. Maybe that's it. Okay, maybe that was it. All right, here we go. Let's get ready for the start of the third period here between Red Wings and Detroit. And the puck is dropped. I guess I was way behind. Face off here now is, never mind, it was called off. All right, now we get ready for the start of the third period here. Toronto looking to come back here, and Detroit looking to skate off with the win. Face-off is won back then by Detroit. It'll slide into their own zone. Now Sherratt trying to pick it up on the right side. He'll grab that one, battling alongside Cowan is Finney. Easton Cowan with that puck. Looks for options. Will drop it back behind him. Larkin will intercept it. He'll clear it all the way down the other way. Now back to the right side. Stolen back then by Toronto. Cowan racing for it now, battling alongside Sherrod. Cowan throws it down low to Matthews. In front. And they can't get a shot off. Now it's led up to the point to Carlo. Back then for Nyes. Matthew Nyes down low then for Moritz Seider, who will bank it off the boards then and over for Detroit, who will dump it down low into the Toronto zone. Now Stolar is trying to play it. Banked around then down low. Carlo gets it back. A pass up then for Tavares. Over then for Rasmussen. Back then for Sandin Pellikka. He'll send a pass over to Kopp. Andrew Kopp into the zone for Brandsteg Nygaard. He can't get a shot off. Now Edvinsson waits. Down low. Kopp to Edvinsson. And that one goes wide. Sandin Pellikka keeps it in the zone. Up at the point then, Nygaard a shot. That one is denied there quickly. And Morgan Riley moves it down the other way. Then Michelli will clear it into the zone. And Talbot will make the glove save. With 18:30 left to go here in the third period, the Red Wings are looking to come back here, or looking to get the win here tonight for Lucas Raymond, who obviously will not return tonight. Face off up at the point. Ekman Larson, a shot. And that one is denied there. Benoit back then to McMahon. McMahon a shot. And it goes into the glove of Cam Talbot. Shots are now 25-10. There's Todd McClellan, the head coach of this Red Wings team. Has been very good for them since being hired back in December. Face off again now in the Red Wings end. It's one back then by Toronto. Down low, cleared around them behind the net. Now Robertson picks it up for the Maple Leafs. A shot in front, saved there quickly by Talbot. Played back down low in the corner. Robertson back then for Domi. Domi feeds it in front, pucks in the crease, a shot, save again by Cam Talbot. What a stop. And he's looking pretty damn useful tonight. That's 27 saves on 27 shots. He's done a phenomenal job here for Detroit. And Detroit definitely needs to get the puck in the other zone, at least get another goal, add some insurance. It's not a great idea to beat up 1-0 in a game where you're being heavily pressured. Shot deflects off the boards, back to Talbot. They'll blow the whistle again with 18:02 left to go. $18:02 left in the third. Matthews here wins the draw. Neal it to Riley. A shot at the point. Goes wide. Now Riley with it down low in the corner. Back then for Nyes. Matthew Nyes on the right side. Picked up then quickly to Brinkett. Sends a pass up then through the zone. Banked in down low. Battling for it now. Riley fighting alongside James Van Riemsdyk. And it's kicked out of the zone then by Toronto at center ice. Nylander dumps that one in down low. Now Seider gets it back for Detroit. Larkin moves it in. Coming in down the right side. Waits. Looks for options. A pass is intercepted there. Now down low for Chris Tanev. Tanev behind the net. Will slide it up down the right side then. Picked up quickly by Patrick Kane. Over then for Tanev now down low. Toronto has it. McCabe backhands it through the neutral zone. Stolen back then by Sandin Pellikka. On the right side then Emmett Finney gives it up and over then for Edvinsson. And they'll dump it down low into the zone. Appleton on the right side, battling here in the Toronto zone. Benoit picks it up for the Maple Leafs. Now Waugh banks it off the boards, kept in though by Detroit. It goes up in the air and down low in the corner. Along the right side then, Ekman Larson picks it up. He'll backhand it through the neutral zone. Kept in though by the Red Wings, and as I say that, they cleared out of the zone. Puck is in front of the Toronto bench. They're still battling for it here. It's between two skates. And finally, it does break free. And cleared back down for Detroit. They'll get a regroup here. Up at center ice, down the other way. Into the corner now. Battling for it here is Robertson alongside Nygaard. Comfer trying to clear it down low. It's dumped out of the zone then by Detroit. And it'll be an icing against Toronto with exactly 16 minutes to go. Final score in Predators Senators. It is 4-1 Nashville, the final. And I'm sure a friend of the show, LeBlanc James, is not going to be very happy about that one whatsoever. Five other games later tonight. Panthers and Flyers, Mammoth and Blackhawks, Avalanche, Blues and Canucks, Kings and Wild, and then Devils and Blue Jackets is what's on the docket for the evening games. Here comes Robertson with some room. A shot on net, deflected. What a save by Talbot. What a stop by Cam Talbot. A deflected shot. He gets that in his glove and keeps that one out of the net. What a save. Unbelievable. You got to give credit where it's due. What a stop. A shot there from Robertson. It was deflected off of McMahon. And Talbot made the save. Face off here, then won by the Red Wings. Here they come the other way. It's a 1-on-0. It's Van Riemsdyk. Waits, pass. He scores! James Van Riemsdyk, his first goal in his first game as a Red Wing. And it's 2-0 Detroit in the third. What a play. I thought he was going to give that over to Kopp. I think he faked it out with the pass. He went forehand, backhand, forehand. It was a win off the faceoff. It deflected up in the air. Kopp gives it to him. It's a 2-on-1. It looked like he was going to pass, but gives it to the forehand and shoots that one past Anthony Stolarz. And the Red Wings have a 2-0 lead here in the third period. What a play there by JVR. A 1-on-0 off the faceoff. Puck goes up in the air and out of play. That's 2 goals on 12 shots. They haven't gotten a lot of them, but they used them to their advantage. It's 2-0 Detroit here in the third period. I thought he was going to hand it over to him, but nope. Face off now on the right side as one back then by Toronto. Here's Tavares who'll bank it off the boards. Maple Leafs trying to get it here the other way. Nylander will clear it in down low. Battling now on the right side is Bernard Docker. With 15 minutes left to go here in the third period. Tavares down low in the corner. Up to the point then. Tanev to McCabe. McCabe waits, shoots it up in the air, and that one goes down low behind the net. Now picked up quickly then by the Red Wings. They'll dump it down low. It's delayed offside. And Stolarz will go back and gives that one to Tanev, who will wait behind his own net. Now the Leafs need 2 goals to tie, 3 goals to win in a row. Here's Cowan to Matthews, 1-0. Save, rebound in front. What a stop by Cam Talbot again. They can't beat this guy. Unbelievable. What a stop by Cam Talbot. What a stop. Unbelievable. Matthews has been unbelievable putting shots on Cam Talbot, and Talbot has been making every single save that not only him, but every Maple Leaf has thrown at him so far. He has been phenomenal for Detroit here in this game. Here's Matthews now. We'll give it up for Cowan, who banks it into the zone. Now Detroit will regroup. And we're going to whistle here quickly. For offsides. Okay, here we go again. Face-off outside of the Red Wing zone. It's one back then by Toronto. Nice to McCabe. Kicked around then down low. Sherratt will try and bank it off the boards. Clear it into the Toronto zone. That'll be an icing against Detroit. Shots are 30-12 in favor of Toronto, but the score is 2-0 Red Wings here in the third period. Face-off coming here now inside of the Toronto zone. It's one back then by the Maple Leafs. Now Nylander will bank it into the zone. Back around then down low. Talbot clears it around. And it goes up and out. Tavares to Morgan Riley. 13:58 left to go here. Tavares waits to Nylander. William Nylander brings it in. Shoots it on net. That one goes wide. Now Riley is shot deflected as it goes just wide as well. Now battling forward in the corner. Tavares to the point. Nylander. Dackman Larson to Nylander. A shot! And another save by Cam Talbot. A power play goal in the first and a goal from James Van Riemsdyk makes it 2-0 Red Wings here in the third period. And just a reminder for you guys, Detroit has never won a Watch with Nordic live commentary. They are 0-3 and 3 games played. Could this be the one they get? There are only 8 teams that we have streamed that have not won a game in a stream. Well, I guess 9. We have not streamed the Predators at all through Watch with Nordic. So there you go. There's that. But regardless, there are only 8 teams that have not gotten a win in a Watch with Nordic stream. Could the Red Wings be taken off the board? Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We just hit 900 views on the stream today. Whew. I gotta make a TikTok about the Sabres after this. Of course. All right, face-off coming here now. Inside of the Toronto zone, or the Detroit zone, I believe. As a longtime Wings fan, it's so rare that we're the team that wins because our goalie is standing on his head. Yeah, I guess so. Clear down low now behind the net on the right side. Matthews trying to get to it there down low. Picked up then by Morgan Riley. Matthews clears it around behind the net. Over for Simone Edvinsson. Over to Brandsteg Nygaard now. Nylander trying to clear it down low. Edvinsson will pick it up. Battling alongside Nylander. Nice, trying to get to it there as well. Now Andrew Kopp picks it up for Detroit, and they will take it the other way. Brandsteg Nygaard tries dumping it down low. It's intercepted. Kopp battling along the right side as well. Stolen back then quickly. Here's Riley. Back to OEL. To Matthews. Matthews moves in. Dekes around then behind the net. Will look for options here. Feeds it in front then for McMahon. They can't get a shot on. 12:40 left to go here in the third. McCabe waits. Sends it back around behind the net back for Comfort. McMahon will hold the puck then down low. Comes in front. Pass over. Nice! He scores! An easy backdoor play there, and Matthew Knies wakes Toronto up. It's 2-1 in the third. Well, you pressure for that long, you're bound to get a goal at some point. It does suck, though, for Cam Talbot to see his shutout nod go away. But regardless, a good pass in front there. Down low, McMahon has the puck. He still has it. He just throws it in front. Simple play there. Knies barely even really touches it. It just kind of bounces off his stick and slides slowly into the net. That's got to suck there for Cam Talbot. But regardless, Matthew Knies gets Toronto on the board. It's 2-1. So it's funny because we actually commentated a game last season between them and St. Louis where Cam Talbot had a shutout all the way up until like 30 seconds left in the period. Or 30 seconds left in the game, and St. Louis tied it, and then they won in overtime. Talbot does have some of the best save percentage in the Watch of Nordic history. He is ranked 5th in terms of best save percentages amongst players. It's kind of wild, actually. In 2 games played, though. So keep that in mind. I imagine, though, if this save percentage is pretty good, he will move up that list. Cleared back then down low. Racing forward here is Cowan. Back around then behind that at McMahon. Bobby McMahon will throw it around down low. Easton Cowan. Now Toronto looking for the game-tying goal at the point. Tanev waits. Shoots it. Blocked in front now down low. Tavares trying to get it. Back to Cowan. Easton Cowan waits. Looks. Shoots it. And that one is blocked now down to the right side. You can feel Toronto with a lot more energy in their game. Tavares. Up to the point, it's kept in. Intercepted. DeBrincat will get it out of the zone. And Toronto will regroup. Easton Cowan moves it into the zone. Poke checked away then. Stolen back then by Sherratt, who will bank it off the boards now the other way. Down low and into the Toronto zone. Carlo with the puck for the Maple Leafs. Up to McMahon. Will dump it in. Back over then as Bernard Docker gives it up for Casper. 2-1. Detroit is the score with 11 minutes to go. Kane waits. Looks for options. Backhands it. That one's denied now. Back for Albert Johansson. Banked up to the point then. Kept in though by JBD. Comfer clears it back down low. Riley battling forward here now in the corner. And banked up and all the way down the other way. Joshua battling forward here now on the right side. 10:50 left to go here in the third. We're nearly halfway through the third period. Matthews a big chance there. That one is denied. Ekman Larsson will clear that one around then down low. Yarncrook battling forward here. Matthews fighting alongside, I believe that is Sandine Pellica there as well. On the right side now, Ekman Larsson a shot. That one goes off of Talbot to the right side and cleared back out to center ice. Benoit to Nylander as Toronto gets onside. Nylander moves it in. Waits. Looks for options. Will drop that one back. It stays in the zone. Ekman Larsson a shot save. And it goes back then to the right side. Matthews over at the point. Benoit waits. Shoots it. Glove save by Talbot, who has been awesome here for the Red Wings. Shots are 35-13. Assists on those goals for the Van Riemsdyk one and the Knies one. It is Van Riemsdyk from Kopp and then Knies from McMahon. So keep that in mind there. Some cool stats to follow. Face-off coming here now inside of the Detroit zone. Sider with the puck. Will shoot that one all the way down the other way. McCabe moves it into the zone. Clears it down low. And a glove save there by Talbot. And we'll go to commercial break here. It is 2-1 Detroit. A goal from JVR and a goal from Matthew Knies makes it 2-1 here with a little under halfway to go here in the third period.
Banking that places the focus where it should be, on you. difference at a more personalized, dedicated approach to you. We meet you where you are. Inside your community, where we've been serving our members since 1947. Where local youth meet family trees. Where high tech meets high. And where I wish meets here's how. That's unity. That's Diamond Credit Union.
Let's bring that energy into the stadium.
You have the ticket, right? Sure do.
Extreme green from the PA Otters.
With top prizes of $500.
Now that's a real game changer.
Keep on stacking.
The Great Fire of 1835 destroyed 17 New York City blocks and countless businesses, forcing nearly every insurance company to close their doors rather than pay their customers.
Unfortunate defense. Can't stop all those shots on net, but proud of Talbot nonetheless. Yeah, you should be. You should be proud of Talbot. He's played very well in this game.
This season, the Sauna pop-up shop will be at Little Caesars Arena October 15th with exclusive Centennial merchandise. And if you act quickly, you can score a ticket package that gets you a ticket to the game and a limited edition Sauna t-shirt. Get yours now.
All right, back here for the second half of the third period. Face-off coming here now in the Detroit zone. Cam Talbot has been phenomenal for the Red Wings here tonight. Let's see if he can hold on with this team and get them their first win in Watch with Nordic history. Face off. It's Tavares versus Larkin. It's won by Tavares. Now Ekman Larsson throws it up to the point. Nylander shoots it on net. Save in front. If that even got to Talbot, I don't think it did. But regardless, another save there by Michelli. Sherratt. Down low now in the corner. Larkin banks it off the boards, then up to the point. Riley waits. Holds that one down to the right side. Sherratt will try and clear. He cannot do so. And finally, Detroit will get it out. Here they come either way. Through the zone now, it's Finney rushing for it with Morgan Riley. Finney plays it around then to the point. Deking around then is Sider, and we get a whistle here, and it is a penalty against Detroit. And I think it's going to be on Dylan Larkin once again. It's going to be 2 minutes for hooking. And the Maple Leafs will get a chance to tie the game up here on the power play. Larkin is appalled by this. He's like, how? And let's see the replay here. So Finney comes in there, makes the hit. Morgan Riley there plays around. Larkin does lift his stick up, and he does get OEL in the face. So it is, he did interfere with him, but it's one of those ones where it's like you're not intending to do it, but the ref saw it, so I guess what can you do? And Toronto will head to the power play here with a chance to tie this game up. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you are new here and you like what you see, I would love it if you would subscribe. Maple Leafs power play now. Riley to Matthews. Down low then for Nylander. William Nylander to Morgan Riley at the point. On the right side then Tavares. To Nylander. To Matthews. To Riley. To Nylander, a shot. That one goes wide. Down low now behind the net, Tavares. Waits. Looks for options to Matthews. Matthews. To Riley. In front. Tavares, a shot. That one is wide as well. Detroit will get it. They will attempt to clear, and they will do so all the way down the other way. Stolarz then back to Riley to Nylander. Intercepted by Detroit. They'll clear it again. Down the other way. Morgan Riley, 8:30 left to go here in the third. Nyes drops it back for Nylander. Nylander waits. Tavares rushing for it now down low in the corner. Sherratt back then for Sider. Throws it around then up to the point. Riley looks for options. Down low then to Matthews. Back in front then. Nyes to Matthews. Back down low. 50 seconds left to go in the power play. Riley to Nylander. Morgan Riley comes in. Down low. Battling forward is Nyes in the corner. And Tavares gives it back then for Riley. On the right side now. John Tavares throws it over to Nylander. Nylander waits. Shoots it. And that one goes up and wide as well. 30 seconds to go now on the Toronto power play. Ekman-Larsson moves it through the zone. Coming in the other way then is Domi, who will clear it down low. They try and clear, but it's kept in, though, by the Maple Leafs. 7.5 minutes to go here. 5 seconds to go on the Maple Leafs power play. The Red Wings might survive this. And it looks like they will. A good kill there by Detroit. A clutch kill by the Red Wings. It's still 2-1 Wings. Kicked around then down low. Here's McCabe. Backhands it up then for McMahon. Bobby McMahon holds the puck. Looks. Dumps that one down low. 7 minutes to go in the third. It'll go in on Talbot. He'll make the save. 7 minutes left. It's 2-1 Detroit. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It is greatly appreciated. There's Cam Talbot, who has made 34 saves on 35 shots, has played absolutely incredible for the Red Wings. As we're going to get a face-off here in the Toronto zone. It's one back then by the Maple Leafs. Nylander tries throwing it up to the point. Around back then down low. Matthews waits. Skates it back now in the corner. Will try and throw it up to the point. He can't do so. Now Nylander gets it back. Nylander to Matthews, a shot. And that one is wide. DeBrincat clears it down into the Toronto zone. Tanev now racing forward, battling alongside Kane. Clear to the neutral zone now. Here comes Nylander. Over for Detroit, who has it. Banked around to the right side. Now Nyes trying to get to it now down low. Matthew Nyes waits. Takes it around then behind the net. Throw it in front. Yarncrook. He scores! Calle Yarncrook, another one. And the Maple Leafs come back from down 2-0 to tie the game at 2. Please don't spoil. 6:18 left to go in the third. Toronto has come from behind, and they have tied the game up at 2-2. What a play there down low. Nice. Throws it in front to Yarncrook. He shoots that one past Talbot. And the Maple Leafs have tied it up at 2 apiece. So Calle Yarncrook with the game-tying goal. 6:18 left in the third period. Yarncrook this season, 3 games, 3 goals, and we are tied up here at 2 apiece in the third period of Maple Leafs. Oh, you just said that? Oh my God, that's crazy. 6:13 left in the third period here. Shots are 36-13 in favor of Detroit. Face off now, one back then quickly by the Red Wings. Sider throws it around back then behind the net. Carlo waits, clears it around to the right side. Trying to throw it up to the point there is Kopp. Over then for Benoit. Simone Benoit comes the other way. Shots are 12-3 in favor of Toronto in this period alone. And we have a tie game here with 5:50 left to go. Puck is cleared down the other way. That'll go in on Stolarz. He'll pick it up then for Tanev. Chris Tanev moves it through the zone. Will come in now the other way. Back then for Matthews. Trying to bring it into the corner. Johansson then back for Detroit. Will shoot it up and all the way down the other way. Tanev trying to bank it off the boards. Maple Leafs will come back and wait. Assist on that goal was Matthew Nyes, who has 2 points tonight. Now Nyes will bank it in back down low into the corner. Johansson. Over then for Bernard Docker. Cleared around then down low. Ekman-Larsson battling alongside Larkin. Back then for Matthews. Here comes Matthews the other way. Over then for Michelli. Matthias Michelli, we get a whistle blown here. Will it be a penalty? What's happening here? Uh-oh. It's Detroit. It's Larkin again. Dylan Larkin, his third penalty of the game. Oh, Ekman Larsson's in the box too after that slash earlier. And now these two guys are going at it in the box. And we'll go to commercial break here. 5 minutes left to go here in the game. We are tied at 2 apiece. There is a penalty for both sides. It looks like it's 4-on-4 for 2 minutes here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It is much appreciated here. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe down below if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. We're heading into the last 5 minutes of the game, and we are tied at 2 apiece. Calle Arnkrug this season, 3 games, 3 goals. He has been unbelievable here for the Toronto Maple Leafs this season. As I add the goals to the scoring history here. Andrew Kopp with his first career watch with Nordic Point. Whew. So Matthew Nyes with the goal, and then Calle Arnkrug with a goal as well. Makes it a 2-2 game here as we head into the final 5 minutes of the third period. Just some bad luck here for Detroit here in this third period. Again, you're being pressured heavily by the Maple Leafs for such a long period of time. It's difficult to keep that consistency and keep going, I guess you could say, and hold on to win the game. You need to have some offensive pressure. It's hard to win a game like that. McCabe down low here now. It's a 4-on-4 off of penalties from Ekman Larsson and Larkin. McMahon drops it back then down low. Casper battling for it now. DeBrincat fighting with Tanev as well. Tanev wins the battle there. We'll bring it back down behind the Toronto net as the Maple Leafs move the puck the other way. Here's Tavares. Tavares through the zone, moves it in, looks for options, waits at the point. Over then for Nylander. Nylander looks, skates it around then behind the Red Wings net, or at least tries to. It's stolen back by Sandin Pellikka, who gives it up then for DeBrincat. Intercepted then by Carlo. And back over then for Tavares as the Maple Leafs will regroup. Riley drops it back then for Matthews. Austin Matthews will scoot that one back around then for McCabe. McCabe drops it back for Matthews as he waits with that puck. Austin Matthews drops it back then for McCabe. McCabe to Matthews. Matthews with 3:50 left to go will come in, drops back for Riley, a shot. Saved by Talbot. It goes up in the air and out of play. Shots are 37-13. The Red Wings have been heavily pressured here in this game. They have not gotten a lot of shots whatsoever, while Toronto nearly has 40. It's been one of those games. It's been one of those games. Face-off coming here now again inside of the Detroit zone. It's one back then by Toronto. Matthews giving up then for Tanev. Tanev over then as the Leafs will move it into the zone. Matthews drops it back to Nyes. Nyes shoots it. It's blocked there by Kopp, and it goes down low in the corner. Kopp gives it up and over then for Sherratt. 3:25 left to go here in the third. Here's Detroit. Appleton throws it in front, and they can't get a shot on. Domi with 40 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. We're back to 4-on-5 or 5-on-5 here in a moment. Domi with some room, skates it in, waits, stick handles. McMahon now a shot, saved by Talbot. Rebound in front, is kicked away. It's kept in though. Carlo to Riley, waits. Back to Carlo, a shot, saved by Talbot. It goes up in the air, and it's still in play. Domi now down low, battling here. Johansson clears it up to the point, kept in though by Toronto. Riley intercepted. Detroit will throw it out of the zone. Back to Nylander, who can't go in because Domi's still in the zone. And now they throw it back in there, but Detroit clears. 2:40 left to go. Here we're back to 5-on-5. Bernard Docker racing around the right side. Finney trying to clear. Banked off the boards, then racing forward is Larkin, battling alongside Benoit. Over to Nylander. Cleared down low then by Detroit. Here they come to Brinkett. In front to Kane. Blocked. What a block there by Ekman Larsson. Here's Tavares. He'll send Nylander. Nylander shoots it. Saved by Talbot. Larkin to Brinkett now as we approach the 2-minute mark in the third period. Shots are 39-13. Cleared around then down low. Back into the zone, taking it is Sandin Pellikka. Up at the point, Tanev a shot, and that one deflects wide. Clock is ticking. Yarncrook kept in though by McCabe. It's stolen out then by Detroit. Tanev will come back into his own zone here and regroup. Raymond, reminder, left the game with the upper body injury. They just reminded us of that. Tanev intercepts it, or loses a pass, sorry, not intercepts it, loses a pass. Up at the point then, Sandin Pellikka trying to keep that puck into the zone. Yarncrook skates it around to the right side, back to Riley. 1:20 to go here in the third period. Time winding down. Nylander, back to Riley. Riley denies, clears it into the zone. Stolen back then by Detroit. Here they come. It's Larkin. Larkin approaching the last minute of play. Here's Appleton, a backhand save by Stolars. And Riley will kick that one up and down the other way. Last minute of play here in the third period. An icing against Toronto. The faceoff will come in the Maple Leafs zone with 56 seconds to go. Face off here now in the Toronto zone. It's won by the wing. Sherrod shot. Deflects down low in the corner. Larkin will throw it down low to Emmett Finney. At the point. A shot, Sherrod. Denied. Rebound. They score! What a play. Mason Appleton in the last minute. And the Red Wings have a 3-2 lead with 44 seconds to go. They deny the Toronto comeback, at least for now. Shots are 15-40. And the Red Wings with 3 goals on 40 shots. What a shot by Mason Appleton in the last minute. It's not over yet, but the Red Wings have a 3-2 lead. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe down below. The Red Wings, late here in the third period, have a 3-2 lead. I would expect for Toronto to get ready to pull their goalie. But what a play there by Mason Appleton to get that shot on. 45 seconds left. Timeout here for Toronto. The Red Wings have nearly the Maple Leafs have nearly 3 times the amount of shots as Detroit. But the Red Wings have a 3-2 lead. Okay. Mason Appleton with his first goal as a Red Wing as well. Alongside James Van Riemsdyk tonight, it is 3-2. They'll look to pull Stolars. Face-off is won back by Toronto. Time winds down. Here they come the other way. Riley dumps it into the zone. They will pull Anthony Stolars. Stolars has been pulled. Empty net now for Toronto. Cowan waits, drops back to Matthews. Matthews thrown around to the right side now. Nylander. William Nylander waits. Up to the point. Riley to Matthews. Save. Rebound in front. It's loose. They battle for it. Saved by Talbot. He'll cover. With 15 seconds left to go, there's some pushing and shoving now on the ice. But Detroit, with Mason Appleton's goal, they lead 3-2 here with 15 seconds left. The assists on that goal were Ben Sherrod and Emmett Finney, who has his second NHL point. Mason Appleton, former Winnipeg Jet, was great for them in last year's playoffs, has been signed by the Red Wings to a one-year contract. 15 seconds left. It's won by Toronto. Matthews shoots it. It's blocked as it goes down low. 10 seconds left. Nylander battles for it here in the corner. Sider throws it up in the air. Matthews to the right side. 3 seconds left. 2 and 1. And that will do it. The Red Wings walk off with the win. Final score, 3-2. Cam Talbot with a phenomenal performance. Starts 38 of 40. And the Red Wings, for the first time in Watch with Nordic history, they have their first win. What a win by Detroit. Cam Talbot played absolutely phenomenal. 39 of 41 looks like the final count. But what a game and what a win by the Detroit Red Wings. Toronto played phenomenal, but they could not get the answering goal to win the game. They came back from down 2-0, but Detroit, with a goal in the last minute from Mason Appleton, gives the Red Wings the win. All right, that being said, folks, that does it for me tonight. Thank you all so much for tuning in. What a game, what a win by the Red Wings. We will be back at 7:30 tonight for Canucks and Blues. That being said, though, thank you all for watching.